demons.
What's going on, guys? Pegasus from the Wise Guys, and I'm here with this gentleman. Who the hell are you?
I don't know. Somebody used to play Buster Blader.
Yeah, some fucking scrub. Anyway, no. Oh man, what? Okay.
Shout out to the man.
Shout out to the mat. Oh, I forgot. Where'd you get this mat, sir?
I don't know. Some scrub gave it to me.
Yeah, but
Nah, it's great though.
and it is clean though. All bow before I aim for a penguin. But we're here for Despia, so I'm done talking.
All right. So this is Despia branded with the structure deck stuff. Yeah, I know it's not out, but I just wanted to prepare for it.
So you're a time traveler?
Yeah, I'm time traveling. Went into the future to see how good it is, and it's busted. So I played it today. I gave everybody the win because obviously I'm playing illegal cards, but just wanted to test it out just to see how good it is. And it is exactly what it's advertised. It is great. So we're gonna get into this deck build. You guys should like it. It's only 42, so no more crying about how big the deck is. Alrighty. Yep. Not to
That
you,
is
though.
what she said.
Not to you though.
Send all hate mail to Michael Buckingham. That's his name.
All right, so three of them. It's mandatory. It's your searcher. It's great. Just out Lubert. I think it's mandatory to play 3 of these. It allows you to search the Lubert. Opening up with this and a lure is just nasty because you go draw 2, banish this, add a Lubert. So it's good as shit. 1 Dramaturge.
Oh, like it actually combos
Yeah,
with a lure.
yeah, because this card is banished by card effect. You can add a Despia monster. So lure banishes for card effect.
That's very important for people to know.
1 Dramaturge, bring it back. It's also a monster negate. 1 Elibium, so you can special summon back either fusion monsters or dogmatica monsters, either from graveyard or banish zone.
The whip and the name.
Yep, the whip and nene. And then we rock 2 Fallen Albaz. He is your MVP of this deck only because of the cards that go with him. He's great.
I've heard he doesn't like dragons.
No, he don't. His new card, Dragon Link, Contact Fuse your whole board.
Right.
This is the new card that's in the Structure Deck Spriggan's Kit. So if there's a monster that lists Fallen Albaz on your field or in your graveyard, you can special summon it from your hand. And then if this card is normal or special summon, you can add a branded spell or trap from deck, graveyard, or banish zone to your hand, and then put a card from your hand on the bottom of the deck. So basically it's another allure. And then I went ahead, I'm not playing the new Ecclesia, I was, but there's no point in playing it. I'm playing the new hand trap one, which is the Tri Brigade Mirror Carrier. So if you control a fusion monster that lists Fallen Albaz as fusion material on your field, and your opponent activates a monster effect, you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard and negate the effect. And then if this card is banished, not by card effect, just banished, you can add a Fallen Albaz or a monster that lists Fallen Albaz other than himself from your deck to your hand. So basically, they gave you a searchable hand trap. And it works.
I haven't seen it in any deck lists online, but I can see where that'd be useful.
And it's nasty. And of course, we still play the Dogmatica stuff with it just because it's free. 1 of each. You can literally make, if you open up with this, you get a fusion in your grave. You can still resolve and still get the Schism. But in this build, branded in red turns into Schism, so you don't have to worry about it. 2 Beast.
He'll explain that, because that's going to confuse a lot of people.
2 Beast, 1 Schemata, and it's because when I do branded fusion, I send Schemata, make my guy, and then it'll go chainlink 1, the fusion guy, chainlink 2 Schemata, sending Beast, and then I just shuffle Schemata back in, and whatever other monster from banish, graveyard, or field, and then literally make my guy, and then I get to use Beast effect to draw.
So you feel 2 is important to play 2?
Yeah, because you're going to keep shuffling this back in. He'll be in your grave, use it, and then when you go construct, you get to send this again, and keep going.
Keep it busting.
Yep.
I got you. You ever thought about Dragon being one of them? Or is that just kind of...
I don't like opening up with that card. It's only great going second. I hate it.
Like
Every single time I play it, I open up with it going first, and I just hate it. So I know people are playing. What is it? Hex, the light monster, the fusion one that people are using, the Hexial fusion or whatever.
The old ass card.
Yeah. There's no point in playing
There's
it.
an OTK online. That's why I've been hearing.
There's no point in playing it unless you're playing other fusion, like super poly monsters that require specific cards. Play the Dark Magician. You get to make Dragoons with a pop, and not to mention it's never a brick. Whether it's in your hand, you could go lure, banish it after you draw 2, and then when you make Lubion, shuffle it right back in and still make Dragoon.
So you're saying play Dark Magician over...
over that one. Just because this is not a brick, it works with the Allure, it works with all your Despia monsters because they require 1 light or 1 dark. It works with Winda, you can make Winda with them. It just works, it's great. There's no point, he's never a brick, even if he's in your hand, deck, graveyard, banish zone, he's never a brick. And so you get to make a free Dragoon with him, with a pop. And then my only hand trap I'm maining are the 2 nibs, just because again it works, and I had to have something to at least try and still not put it down if I didn't win the dice roll.
He said I gotta pick something.
Yeah. Then for the spells and traps, we're playing 2 field spells. I've seen people only play 1. I like seeing 2 because there are a certain situation where if you open up with it, you do have to discard. You need a discard, and being able to have another one is good. But not having to have to search this is also a great effect to have. And then of course one of your best openers, because it literally says it in the name, branded opening. You can play around draw with this. So even if you win the dice roll and you're going first, you technically still have a draw phase. So you go, cool, in my draw phase, I'm gonna activate this. Don't discard for cost. So then you descend, and then you get the special Lubert, and then chain block him with the other monster you sent, and then you get to add it. And because draw specifically says except during draw phase, they can't draw you after you do your double search.
I'm calling this right now. This is the card that's gonna get hit in the future. I guarantee you.
No,
They're not gonna hit the.
No, it's probably gonna be this.
Say that one more time, because what he said.
No, they're gonna do this what they did with Silent Great Circle. You know how we like, oh, draw phase immediately activated.
Oh, so there's no draw.
So there's no draw.
Yeah.
That's what they're gonna hit.
I mean, you can still ash it, but no, okay. Yeah. This card is one of the new ones that's in there. Branded Fusion. What this whole deck is resolved around. You will play 3 and no less than 3. It's busted. It's Meltdown. It's free. So if you can pretty much you can fusion summon a fallen Albaz monster, right? So you basically send from hand, field, or deck 2 monsters, and you have to at least send 1 fallen Albaz. So and then it's basically should all fusion for free. Okay. So I'll normally save Dragoon for the follow up. I'll use this and fallen Albaz and Schemata. And then I'll bring out Lubion, and then Lubion discard, and then Schemata chainlink 2, send in Beast, and then shuffle back in Schemata and either the Despia monster or whatever to make my other guy, and then get Beast effect to draw. 2 branded in red. You don't have to play 3. The only reason why is because of the Spriggan's kit. She allows you to go grab branded spells or traps from your graveyard, banish zone, or deck. So if you need this, you don't have another one in your deck, you just add it back from the graveyard. So, and then this is just nasty. Right. And then your 1 Meltdown. This is shit all Meltdown. Can't exactly word for word. They can't negate the effects that includes fusion summoning, and they can't respond when a fusion monster is summoned that way. And then anytime you fusion summon once per turn, you can add a Fallen Albaz or a monster that lists Fallen Albaz directly from your deck. So it's just disgusting. 3 Nadirs. We don't need to explain it. 2 Allures, again, works great with Tragedy. I love seeing it. 1 Foolish Burial to trigger either one of your, either you send Schemata because you already got a Lubert, or send Tragedy, get Tragedy's effect, and then you continue off. 1 Call by the Grave, just in case they try to stop you. 1 Schism, which, like I said, branded in red can turn into Schism. And then 1 Punishment. And then the way that branded in red, and I'll show you later on the combo how it turns into Schism. Extra deck. Double Masquerade. Still want to burn your opponent for 600. Still busted. I did note that if you make 2 of these in 1 turn, and your opponent has like Dark Ruler or whatever, they won't wait for the window to come out. They'll do it right away, just because they don't want to keep burning themselves. 1 Cortez. So Cortez, just make all your opponent's monsters go to 0 for their attack or whatever. And then again, if he leaves the field, you can special Fallen Albaz or Despia monster add it to your hand. 1 Proskinion, nasty. Stealing monsters from your opponent's graveyard, killing them, burning them after you destroy them.
I watched you kick people's ass.
Dude, I love it. I messed Wurzel up with this card because I just steal their Baron and then I'll steal their other monster, and it's just, he's nasty. He's sick.
Nasty super power.
1 Titaniclad, and then 2 of the new guys, 2 Lubions. He's really good, so he requires Fallen Albaz and 1 Dark Monster. And then if he's Fusion Summoned, you could discard a card as cost, Fusion Summon by shuffling back in cards from field, graveyard, or banish zone back into the deck. So you're literally able to just recycle Winda. I've recycled Winda so I can make it again because I still had Schism. You can, that's how you're able to make Dragoons. You could shuffle himself back in Dark Magician because he's a dragon, make Dragoon. So 2 Albions, 1 1 Fallen Albaz and 1 Light Monster. When he's Fusion Summoned, you can Fusion Summon a level 8 or lower Fusion Monster by banishing cards from hand, field, or graveyard. So you just banish them, make a level 8 or lower. 1 Ice. So Mirror Jade, the Ice Jade Dragon. He's a worm, don't know why, but So he requires fallen Albaz. Don't know why he's a worm,
Thanks,
but
Konami.
it works actually. But he requires fallen Albaz in 1 fusion or
Stevie
Stevie.
worm, bro. Man.
I don't know, and I'll show you actually why that benefited me in 1 turn. So he requires fallen Albaz, 1 fusion or synchro or link or Xyz to make him. So when you make the other guy, you just shuffle back in your fusion monster and fallen Albaz and make him. So you're able to shuffle back in window from being banished and make him. And then so his effect, quick effect, as cost, send 1 monster that lists fallen Albaz as fusion material from your extra deck, and then banish any monster on your opponent's side of the field, non-targeting. If you use that effect that turn, you cannot use it the next turn. But his other effect is if he gets destroyed by battle or card effect from your opponent, his effect will trigger when he hits the grave, and on end phase, he'll blow up all your opponent's monsters. So he's just... But the reason why the worm played out, because against Sword Soul, I stole their Fleur negate, Baron de Fleur, and then they had Protos. I had a live punishment, and then I tacked over their other light synchro dude. So when their turn came, I was like, activate punishment, target Protos. I sent him. And he's like, it can't be destroyed by card effect. I was like, yeah, I know. Then I was like, cool, effect of Proskinion, steal your other synchro monster. Now I have a worm in my graveyard to banish to negate whatever he does.
It's broken.
It was that. I was like, yeah, it was broken. 1 Winda, 1 Construct, 1 Ab Cologne, and then 1 Dragoon, and then one of my new favorite cards, which comes out in Battle of Chaos, Guardian Chimera. Dude sick. So you go branded in red, add a monster back from your graveyard to your hand, and then use 2 monsters on the field and the one you just added back to your hand to fusion summon them. And since that's a spell effect, you get to trigger his effect. So since I use 1 from the hand and 2 from the field, I get to draw 1, pop any 2 cards on my opponent's side of the field. If I use 2 from my hand and 1 from the field, I could draw 2, pop 1. And I get to chain block them, so like if I added Tragedy back and I banished Tragedy for the fusion summon, it'll go Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2, Tragedy, and I'm guaranteed to get my draw on my pop.
So you're gonna get a come out ahead.
Oh yeah, and if you have the Paradise, dude, they can't even respond. So it's like, oh, yeah, we're good.
Paradise is the meltdown.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, and then real quick, I'll just do it because there's no point doing the full combo. But the way branded in red becomes your schism is because you made him, which is Lubion, and he's light. So normally I'll end my board with Lubion and your dude that burns you, right? Okay. So the guy that burns him. And then I'll have Fallen Albaz in my graveyard, a Beast in my graveyard, and then I'll set branded in red. So you don't need Schism because all you're going to do is go activate, add Fallen Albaz to your hand, then banish Fallen Albaz and him. And you get to make your other guy, because he's light, so you get to make Albion. And then you get to go Albion's effect. Banish Beast, banish your Dark, make Winda. So this literally becomes Schism.
Send all hate mail to Timothy Roca.
Yep. But yeah, no, this deck is tier 1, 100%. It's only 42 cards, so you guys don't have to complain about how the deck's too big.
Do you feel like anything will be preemptively hit, or is it like?
I honestly don't think they will. I mean, you don't run any links, so you don't care about Predator Planet if it gets hit. You don't play Red Eyes Fusion, so you don't care if that gets hit. You don't need to play DP because Guardian Chimera is better, so you don't care if that stuff gets hit. Only thing you want to see get hit is IO, and if they hit IO, then it's over. Because right now I have to side in Spiritualism for the IO, so it's guaranteed to resolve to bounce it, and then yeah. But other than that,
You heard it here first.
Deck's busted.
I feel like they'll hit Anaconda to boost this deck.
Oh yeah.
I think they need to hit Ophion.
Well, I don't think they're gonna hit Anaconda. Just due to the fact that the
Ophion.
Predator Plants.
This deck's worst nightmare.
I'm
What's
editing
gonna make
all
them
of
more
this
money,
out.
the Predator
Good.
Plant or the best?
Hey guys, make sure to tune in to me live on Wednesday night as you can check me out playing Ghost of Tsushima on PS5. I'll be streaming live directly from there, directly to the YouTube page. And plenty more other videos to come. Make sure you go check out the mat as well. All will bow before Emperor opinion. We hope you stay with us as we branch out into doing other fun stuff on this page as we cross 2,000 subscribers. See you next time. Arrivederci.